Welcome to Didn't Catch That. It's not quite fall yet, but it's almost fall. Our last episode before actual fall. High school football has started. Pumpkin spice is at Starbucks. I think we're close enough to say it is. And most importantly, well, maybe not most importantly, I know it's fall not by the calendar, but I start to get nervous. I would bet Devier might feel the same way, but that's how I know that it's pretty much here. Welcome to Didn't Catch That. I'm Dane, Devier. Isaiah, give us an outside perspective. Is there actually something about this season, or is it that, like, I'm so ingrained in this time of year, meaning something important, that, like, when it starts to change, I inherently feel nervous?
Anxiety picks up.
Yeah.
I think it's real for the people that have been even just like a toe in the water. Like if you've had a toe in the water, like my fiance, when we get close to this time of year, she's thinking Halloween. Like she's thinking
and
fall.
Pumpkin spice.
But if anybody has touched football or if you care about it whatsoever, then once like September hits, like you know what's happening. And like big thing that just happened last week was high school football. And obviously both of you guys played in high school. I played in high school a long time ago. Having the big play that you remember like years ago, that's the part. Like I don't remember much of high school football, but there's a couple portions that you remember that are like, this feels really, really good. And I've got a couple of you guys here. Let's see if you guys remember any of these.
Here we go. Is this Dane?
Is that me? Dang, they didn't have HD yet or something.
Oh, I know.
It kind of makes you look faster, though, without like
look
the
at all
pixels.
those wristbands he had. Oh,
I had a few.
gosh. This is versus the Elder Panthers.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Long strider.
Let's go.
You got those ASO ankle braces on?
I had those
Yeah,
McDavid's.
everybody.
I had
Oh,
the
yeah, the
McDavid's.
McDavid's. Oh, we were. If you didn't have ASO, you were nothing on our team. I didn't even need them. Put them on.
The
just
best,
to be cool.
The best part of Devier's too is you did a post-game interview.
Oh,
which
you still have that?
Oh my! I don't have it here.
Okay, good.
But it was hilarious.
Okay, good.
Just seeing like, and that's the part of it
kid.
that's so much fun. Is like, then you feel like the man. Like when you're playing high school football and this stuff, and you're getting interviewed after the game, you just feel like the dude.
Well, going into high school football Friday mornings, you're sitting in class like, I know for sure I'm scoring today. I might score.
Did
2
you
or 3
guys wear
times.
your jerseys that day?
Of course you wore the jersey with the khakis on top. Yep. just sitting there, not even working, just sitting there, just looking out the window like, the sun is going down. As soon as the sun sets, it's time to ball.
It's making me nervous.
The butterflies.
Yeah, it's making my stomach feel weird.
The anxiousness that I feel, Dane, I feel like I need to be preparing for a test. And I don't know if it was like the anxiety of the conditioning test, but like I just feel like I'm checking my calendar more. I just took the boys to the field, like, grab your kid, we got to go to the field. And they're like, bro, what's going on? And I'm like, it's summertime. It's when you get ready. And so they're feeling my anxiety.
So you're just like putting it on everybody.
Everybody else is feeling it. Everybody else is feeling my anxiety.
At least maybe I am. I hope I'm not like putting it on people, but
you might need to examine
notice it. It's probably actually more from, you might be right, it might be based from high school.
Yeah.
I think probably people that if you played or had that experience in high school, because college is one thing, I feel that, but I'm just thinking about like the Friday you are you're in school all day.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, at least I assume it's most places in the United States, but Ohio definitely, everything that day is leading up to, like, everybody you're in school with is going to be at the game that night.
Yeah.
So you're just like, man, I have to like perform tonight. So I have to go through the motions here at school. I'm already
going
getting
through the
nervous
motions
about this.
It's not at school, really. Like, I'm just here.
Yeah, and then after class is over, getting like the pregame meals.
Yeah. Would you go home before?
No.
Oh, you stayed there all day?
Yeah, we were there all day.
Oh, yeah, I would go home for a little bit.
We do our meal, and then you're in the locker room way early. It's just like a lot of buildup.
Yeah.
Oh, your heart's racing. Like I remember, like and then the very first game where like you're playing varsity or that you're starting is like then you have that extra buildup of like I haven't played in a varsity game before. Now I'm a starter, and then it's just the extra tension of like, and the whole town's there. Like I assume it's the same for you guys. The whole town is gonna be at the game on Friday night. It gives you like those,
and it's a night event. Too.
Yeah,
it's like
it's always a night game.
It's always scheduled. Like I don't think basketball has it a little bit, but like the schedule varies a little bit. Football's like the day. It's going to be at night, and college doesn't even get to have that. Like there's something different about a Friday night than a Saturday afternoon. There's just something different.
What was your craziest high school stat line? Like you can remember off the top of your head?
I think I had 11 interceptions my junior year.
Did you ever
We
have a
played
game
both
where
ways.
did you have a game where you scored twice, had 2 picks or something like that?
Yeah.
A few of those.
It's like a couple of those,
Yeah, a
actually.
couple of those.
11 interceptions, that's like more than one a game. You only played 10 regular season games.
It was through the playoffs. There was like 4 or 5 playoff games. That highlight you show was one of them. In that game. I had 2 in that game.
Picks?
Yeah, it was against Avon Lake.
Oh, that's where Kiera went.
They remember. She remembers then.
Yeah.
I'm in some nightmares at Avon Lake.
What
They're
about
really
you,
good
Devier?
now. They're really good now. I never, my high school quarterbacks, man, love them to death. Great guys. They just weren't like, they weren't the best at I would say, well, like my junior year, our starting quarterback got in a car accident. So he was our starting safety. He knew he wasn't quarterback, but he did a great job. And then
Could he play or?
he could play.
No, I mean like after the car accident.
No, he was like.
So we went to the backup.
Yep, and it was like he just never saw it happen because that guy had scholarships, and then so
It's like remember the Titans.
it was like one of those unfortunate events. So as a wide receiver, you're just sitting here like, yeah, I'm not getting a scholarship because we just lost our quarterback. But he was serviceable, and we were able to do it. So I didn't have any like crazy stat games. Maybe a game where I had like a punt return, kick return, and a receiving touchdown, like something like that.
Nah.
Nothing big.
Yeah. Punt and kick in the same game.
Yeah,
You had
3 touchdowns.
You know, you got to get involved in the kicking game when your quarterback's
It was
not.
a different time.
Yeah.
I did all of them.
Yeah, it's
I
like
did
man, they're not throwing
every
the ball.
special team.
it's not.
Do you play defense?
I did play some defense. Yeah. I should have stayed at corner if I was smart.
Road not taken, man.
I know. It's always that one.
Well, you guys won a lot of games in high school. There's a team that just got their first win of the season this past Friday night after losing 101 consecutive games. Their last one was in 2015. And a lot of these guys, obviously, they weren't on the team then, which is unbelievable.
Oh, man.
So here's a celebration afterwards.
The question I have is probably everybody's question is how does it get to 100? Because like I get not having a strong program, and I don't know what state is this
10
in?
years.
This is in Huntsville, Alabama.
Like I get not having a strong program, but usually like that equals like just the whole league is down a little bit, and you can beat somebody else in the league. It's not like you're going to make a big push, but you can beat somebody else. But you went through the whole season for the last
Decade.
10, 11 years and didn't get one. That's unreal. I have a lot of questions about how that's possible.
Yeah, to
They
go
play-
through that whole thing.
10-game seasons, they've gone through a decade of losing. And honestly, in this celebration, the kids are like, what happened? They haven't even realized they won. It hasn't like stuck to them, but it looks like their head coach is Sammy Coates. He played at Auburn. I remember Sammy Coates back when Cam Newton days, hell of a baller. And so he's probably bringing those winning ways. But I just had this feeling that the kids aren't really doing anything different. You finally got the right coach, right person in place, but yeah, I mean, 10 hard years of straight L's, bro. I mean, I feel bad for these kids.
I still don't get it. I don't. How did you not?
For 10 years.
For 10 years,
Right.
10
But
games
that's
a
what I'm saying.
season.
How is there only one team in the league that is just perennially can't get one?
Like you're playing the
how is
same
that-
teams.
How is that district drawn? Is this a public school?
I'd assume so.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this? What does this district look like?
Brubaker.
Yeah.
What is this conference you're playing? You play 8 conference games probably every year.
Yeah, and not even one on the neighboring team.
Or even close. Well, Sammy Coates was their coach last year. He went 0-10 his first season. Brutal year. Got his first win. Let's hear from Sammy in the post-game press conference here.
Man, we got a lot of work to do. We want to know. I don't care about nothing else. We got another big game next week. Get back in the drawing board and fix the mistakes that we made. But they're going to enjoy this night, but we back to work tomorrow.
I saw you kind of step away for a little bit there when that clock was running down. What was going through your mind?
It's truly a blessing. All the glory to God. God bless me being
That
in this
PA
situation
system
to
with
bring
the band,
this
Dane,
to this community.
that's nostalgic
I want
right
to
there.
say thank you to the
Yeah,
administration.
no, a snare drum gets me too. If I just hear like
good
that
snare.
pop, 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 I'm like,
And then some popcorn in the air. Oh,
yeah, there's something different about that band.
Yeah.
That band drum.
It does. It just sounds like the sights and sounds of like after a win. Like that sounded chaotic to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like your typical Friday night after like the first win in like 10 years. But is there like any better feeling than winning a game that you weren't supposed to win? Like that, they haven't won in 10 years. You think they were going into week 1 like tonight's our night?
I'll go as far as to say, kids, marriage. There's nothing better than a winning locker room. Just pure joy, grown men celebrating. Like you can't recreate that. Can't bottle that up. It's one thing in its own, and like that night is just like you can't, you know what I mean, Dane? You know that feeling after a win. You're putting in all that time. Like you can't recreate that. Like we can go have other kids. I can go have other kids, man. I can go and just probably get remarried if I wanted to, right? But I'm not. But I can't.
But he won't.
But I can't ever just go back into Ohio State and say, hey, I'm in a winning locker room after we beat Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I love the game. I'm married to the game.
I mean, Michigan, like, we were supposed to win those when we were there, so it didn't have that. And honestly, Ohio State, we wouldn't have that experience of like you weren't supposed to win this one.
right.
True. I mean, high school a little bit, and there is some. I don't know how much it sinks into you as a player though at that age.
Yeah. Like
I don't know if the weight of all those 100 games was on the team.
True.
You know what I mean? Because like if we look back at it now, like that the highlight you had was from 2005, and we were not like we won the state championship that year, but weren't like favored to do it. So we were kind of underdogs. Mm-hmm. Looking back on it now, it's like, oh, this program didn't have a lot of highs. The last time we won a championship was like in the 60s, but at the time, it's not like we didn't feel like we were lifting the whole weight of that history. Yeah. It was just it's a crazy feeling, but it's like it was just a brand new team. It was like everybody there, nobody had been a part of those losses. I bet there was about a lot of young kids on this team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess this is just how we practiced, and that's the team we played, and great, we're good.
Because they all come into week 1 like, no matter like what school you're at, for the most part, unless your culture is horrible, you're coming into week 1 like, hey, this senior class is a little different.
I bet they win.
Everybody feels like they're going to win that state championship because your class probably felt. Was it your junior year? Mm-hmm. Did you have a good senior class? Were they great leaders, or was it like the junior class?
We thought a state championship was something that was like a Hollywood movie. Toledo teams didn't really make that run that much.
Yeah,
a couple had, but it was not even on our radar. We were just kind of goofing around.
Who'd you guys beat in the championship?
Canfield.
Yeah,
it was Division II in 2005. But yeah, so I mean, the good part for the coach, you can turn a program around pretty quickly with that.
So quick
in high school. You can
just get one win,
if you because they have they grew the roster to 60 players.
And like 2 years ago, it was at like 25.
Hard to win with 25. 60, you can find 11 good ones.
Yeah.
And you think, especially like, I mean, obviously, but Sammy Coates as head coach, like now the program's like,
there it is.
We've got somebody here to play for.
There it is.
Right? That instills like immediate energy into them to where players are like, I want to play again.
Ask Dane about his admissions time at Toledo when he was admissions director. You got to get that talent in there, huh? By any means
well, it's different. I don't know how they do it in public schools. Yeah. In private schools.
Those leadership scholarships, get them in there.
The leadership scholarships.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what they testing on. Yeah, just we need to get these dubs. You get the right guy in place, and boom, we get this talent in here. You know, wins start coming out of nowhere. This is crazy.
Speaking of things that you don't expect to see on a football field, I don't know if you guys saw this past weekend, and we can use this name because it was given to him by his parents.
Let's see.
Fat Boy Jesus. Had himself a weekend.
Fat baby Jesus. Oh, holy Jared Lorenzen. Oh my Lord.
No, I was actually a little bit like when you sent this script,
Fat
I was
boy
like,
Jesus.
Isaiah, that's a bit much, man. And then I saw that they did it on the TV.
Yep, that's how you know we can
that's
say
how
it.
it's like, okay, well this is
no, it's this nickname made the roster list.
Yeah,
so it made the roster list. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for this stuff, man. I don't know. I guess a lot of people are, but like somebody that just looks a little different,
yes,
can still play. Like you're out of position by body type. Like a big kicker's cool to me. I like that.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks that can still sling it.
Fat
just
point guards.
Ooh. Short and thick.
Yeah.
Undersized big man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that you're like you're not really looking like it's supposed to look here, but you make it work.
Yeah.
It depends on how you wear it too. And that guy kind of seemed like he had like.
Now, are you for bad body, bad number, but good player? Like,
yeah,
bro,
good player tends to make up for a lot of it.
But if he's out there in a 40, 43, 47, 40, 46, but he's the best player on
yeah.
the team. You're
No,
okay.
I like
You're
that.
in on that. So
For some reason, I like that. You see it you don't see it as much in football anymore. Maybe at the quarterback position, but as much. Basketball, you saw. I mean, Luka Doncic got a little fit, but when he got into the league, I was like really
you're down for the 77.
liked that. Yeah, 77 is just like, this guy's just out here balling. It just hit different. Maybe it's like more relatable.
Yeah.
James Harden got a little fit too.
Yeah.
I feel like he used to be like more just like, hey, I'm just here to play. They make me work out. That's what I want. Like, I like to look at you and you're like, they make me work out, so I do it. But,
I don't need
I'm
to.
just a ball player.
It is funny when you think about like Luka and James Harden, even those guys that maybe were like a little bit thicker, but they're just like so good.
Yeah.
And it's like, do I have to be in like the best shape to be at the top of the game? For Luka, he was like, no, I can still be an MVP while being a little bit thicker, which makes it good.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis had a little bit of that. You don't
Eddie
see it
Lacy?
anymore. Yeah.
Eddie Lacy a little thicker.
You don't see it rare. Quarterback's probably the last
There's only
position
one
in
bust,
football
though.
that can do it.
Yeah, there's only one bust, man. There's only one guy ever built like that, could run like that, and just like he was really fast.
Who, Lacy?
No, the bus.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
both of them.
The bus was special.
Yeah, he was different.
He was different.
Well, the Buckeyes next week taking on Ball State. Their quarterback also built a little different. This guy, Keldric Luster, 5'10", 250 pounds.
Good name.
Oh.
Is going to be their starting quarterback. He transferred in. He was over at Texas State, and he played at SMU, but has thickened up the past 2 seasons to take on the quarterback position. But it's just another one of those guys
He's thickened up to take on the position?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's thickened to play at Ball State.
Okay.
I mean,
Because the other schools, he wasn't this heavy at.
Oh, really?
He's put on
He came in with...
He came in. He was at SMU, then went to Texas State, and then he gained like 25 pounds. And now he's ready to be quarterback at Ball State.
I ain't gonna lie, 5'10", 250 sounds crazy. That sounds like the local Baptist pastor. Like, that's insane. 5'10", 250.
Sounds like the worst player to tackle.
Oh, no, you're going to
He
you're
can
gonna
be a
hit
problem.
him. Yeah, you're going to hit him and be like,
He's-
oh, you're going to feel that.
Mac, yeah.
You're going to feel that.
In the MAC, that can be trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I like, I guess part of like the quarterback thing, you know that maybe he hasn't always been this big, but he's clearly always been a big quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all along the line, coach were trying to put him in a different position. That's what I like.
Honestly,
Like the
100%.
higher it gets, by the time it gets to like you're in college,
It's not
his
gonna
whole career they've been trying to do something different, and it's just not working.
Yes.
That's I think why I like it too. Same thing with like the big kickers. It's like they've probably tried to make them tight end.
Yeah.
They've done all these things. It's like, no, this is just my thing.
That's so
Did
My
you
true.
play
body doesn't fit
quarterback?
it, but I'm doing it. Yeah, when I was young.
And
Or,
so,
like,
do you
freshman,
remember the
sophomore.
year that they like made you move from quarterback and how upset you were? Because I remember the year that happened to me. Because I played quarterback from like kindergarten, 8th grade, and they were throwing balls back, and I was catching them, and they were like, "You should try wide receiver." And I felt like you guys don't have my best interest in mind, right? Like, so like that fight he's probably still fighting that to this day.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was just he's like, there's nothing else for me. This is it. This is what I do. So,
That's what I do.
yeah, no, we had that, but it was more like you had limited number of athletes, and I was a better, like the quarterback battle that I was in, I was a better receiver than he was a receiver. So it actually worked out like that.
Yep.
Because like if I play quarterback, he wasn't going to play receiver. If he plays quarterback, then I'll play receiver, and then we can both play.
Yep.
That's really actually how it happened.
See,
So
because I feel like there's a lot of schools where they're not even really passing the ball that much. Where your quarterback is just your best athlete. Maybe they throw it a little bit, but a lot of times they're running like my school, we pretty much only run triple option.
Yep.
And so our quarterback was like our second best running back, was who the quarterback was. But for this guy from Ball State, because there is the guy that just wants to be quarterback. That like he's like, I have a good arm.
Yeah.
And then the whole time coach is like, dude, you
like
are
at youth camps.
Yes,
Oh,
you're
for sure.
you're an offensive guard, dude.
And
Like
then-
our
but
school
it-
is not Division I.
But at no point, like, he won every one of those arguments.
Yes.
To get to, like, this, he's like,
Jeez.
nope. Hey, you're going to, what's his name?
Keldric.
Keldric, we need you at Titan. Nope. Hey, you can run the ball more. If we play running back, this will fit. We got this other guy. No, I'm a quarterback.
Definitely.
Stuck to it.
Over and over again.
Definitely at recess, all-time quarterback.
And
for
you
sure.
also set
He's not
yourself
coming
up,
off of it.
especially at the college ranks. You have a leg up on being a legend. You just have to play good and you're a
You're
legend.
right.
So, do you think that
'Cause
this
you're
guy-
memorable.
He could put up normal numbers.
Yeah.
That like any like 6'2", 190 quarterback puts up. If he does it, Ball State's gonna remember.
100%.
Now the MAC is home for these type of quarterbacks, like the Julian Edelmans. I can't remember the quarterback's name at Northern Illinois.
How about Josh Cribbs?
Josh Cribbs, he might tear the MAC up this year, and we might I just hope he doesn't have his Khalil Mack game on us.
Oh my God!
I can't handle that going into Texas.
If he's balling out next week,
balling out going into I need to see us bring our hard hat on him. I mean, we're gonna really. I mean, it's just such a stark contrast, right, with quarterbacks who we're facing the following week. We're going to be tackling this guy, and then we're going to be dropping in coverage the next week. So he can pose some problems for Ohio State week 1. I just hope we're bringing our hard hat.
Let me ask you this, because obviously big underdogs, Ball State are week 1.
Yeah.
MAC players coming into the horseshoe, is that in their mind the biggest opportunity for them of a lifetime, or is it this is about to be a butt whooping?
Almost book it. If they have NFL talent and they're in the MAC and they're playing Ohio State, they're balling. It's just they're going to go off. They're going to go off.
It's like an opportunity thing. I don't think they worry about the matchup. You're on house money if you're a MAC school playing at Ohio State, but you're that is the one game that you want to play well.
Oh,
regardless of what happens, you're well, at least I had this against Ohio State.
We might be down 55-0, but I had to pick.
Doesn't matter.
2 for 300.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be. I mean, that's just the nature of it. You're always going to get Ball State's best shot.
Oh, yeah.
The MAC schools are going to be fired up to be there.
Well, another guy that was lights out here when he was at Ohio State, getting a little bit of pushback in his pregame routine here. And we've seen him do things like this before, but C.J. Stroud last week getting ready for a preseason game. Take a look at this with the thumbs up.
This is what I need to do before I start driving, right? If you're about to text and drive, this is how you warm up.
What?
Sorry.
If you're about to text and drive.
That does look like what he's doing right there.
Just warm up those eyes. Yep. Keep that phone in front of the steering wheel.
And
you can still see the depth behind it.
He's done weird things like this in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've seen him. This is the basketball thing. This was last year, where he does the basketball warm up.
Oh
yeah.
Which this was very odd to me. He
That's
played
an actual basketball.
That's a basketball.
Yeah, it's a basketball.
Okay.
I think there's something with you flick that wrist and then you're throwing a football. It's just this chain, long lever movement that he's probably trying to warm up. I'm trying to give him some grace. I'll take C.J. Stroud's warm up over Dak Prescott's warm up.
Oh, you don't like the swinging of the hips?
I mean, I'm a Texans fan. That's all. I'll take C.J. over Dak's warm up.
But obviously for C.J., he doesn't care at all about his pregame warm-ups or about what anybody thinks. He was doing the weird basketball thing. Now he's doing the thumb thing. Is there something about having maybe not CJ, but a weird locker room guy that is willing to just go do whatever it takes to win?
Yeah.
And it's going to be kind of awkward in the locker room, but he's just there for the vibes.
Yeah. I think this drill particular for a quarterback, you don't really think about warming your eyes up or something like that. But I know for us, I would just go catch punts. After you get to college, but I love to catch punts in the stadium just because it helped Isaiah with just seeing the crowd, or you're catching one on a scoreboard and just kind of seeing if there's overcast. So I know that part of the game. In the beginning of the game, I just like to catch punts just so that I got my deprivation or whatever,
Depth perception.
Yeah, got that stuff rolling. Yeah, they appreciate that. And then, but I know
I got deprivation.
Yeah, deprivation going. So CJ Stroud, just seeing him do that from a quarterback standpoint, because that's how your eyes are moving from target to target like that. I
was just trying to think about why this is a little bit odd for me, and it's not that the thing is odd, because I've definitely been I actually know what he's doing. There's a thing that
he's going from read to read.
Yeah, and you're training your eyes to do it. There's a thing. The problem, it's not a problem. I've always the quarterback position, in my experience and on teams, needs to feel like a superhero to the rest of the team. And I think when you do that, you look too much like a mortal. I don't want to see my quarterback out there doing the things that I would do. I want to just think he's got something different.
He showed up.
He
prepared.
shows up, or not even prepared. He just doesn't even he's chilling. He's got this. This is not a guy.
Yeah.
We can do our warm ups and stretching. I don't even really want to see my quarterback stretch. I just like that.
Maybe a couple tosses.
Yeah, I just want to think picture, especially at that level. The quarterback is, by the time they get there, they're already good. There's no question about this. So if that's a receiver doing this, that's one thing. But it doesn't give me a lot of like.
No, there's
confidence.
There's
I want
comfort in
I
that.
want there to be an aura
There's
around my
comfort in that.
quarterback
Yeah.
that's just like, ooh, he's ready.
So yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he would come out, that warm up, the pre warm up. He would just sit on the bench in the shorts and tees, just chew some gum, have a cup of sunflower seeds, maybe a black coffee, and then goes back in, comes out. But I know what you're talking about, that ease of like.
There's an ease and an aura of like, just like
the coach on
like
the field
they're not
is ready.
trying too hard. Like I don't want to see my quarterback trying too hard, and like would never stoop to the level of. Now he might do whatever behind closed door, but would never be caught doing a hip thing.
Now you
Warming
see a
up.
quarterback,
Warming up.
see a quarterback
Warming up.
throwing up before the game, or you see a nervous quarterback.
No.
Oh, you're like, we're getting popped today.
It's just different, and it's unfair to the position, but they have different warm up expectations. But from the moment I get in the locker room, you have to be the coolest person in the room. Like you
That's
just have
true.
for me to feel like,
where my
okay, at
comfort
least
is.
we're being led in
Yep.
the right direction. I'm nervous. These guys are, but that guy's smoking a cigar, and so we're good.
He looks ready.
Joe
fine.
Montana with a cigarette just chilling.
He's certainly not on a foam roller. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I'm on a foam roller, not that guy.
If he doesn't have it by now, he's not going to have it before the game
That's the thing.
starts.
It's like if he needs that, then where's his head at? Is he feeling confident?
No.
doesn't-
Should've
I
did
don't know.
this
Everybody's
before.
different, but that's. I think it's just the fact that he's a quarterback.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit different. Well, there's some different rules coming out in college football recently. This came out earlier this week. Since has gotten passed, but the Big Ten passed a rule not allowing players to return from the NFL and go back and play in college, which seems like a crazy thing that we probably didn't have to make a rule for. Like if you asked me 2 months ago, I'd be like, do we have to worry about NFL players going and playing college football? Probably not.
I didn't hear about this. One of my coworkers walked into my office and told me about this, and I said, why would you be able to do that?
Yes.
Like I didn't know that was.
You were confused.
It's like,
I
did you
bet,
hear
yeah.
about this? I was like, why would somebody? Can they do that? Why is there a ruling?
Exactly, because
Yeah.
I had always imagined, and I don't know if I had just made this rule up in my mind, but like once you declared for the draft, maybe it's just for the NBA. I don't know. I
No,
thought
it was football. You were done.
Yeah, I thought that was
If
yeah.
you that was like
Signed
you
an
severing
agent,
talk.
signed
If you
with the
signed
agent.
an agent, you were no longer amateur. I don't know the rule. Maybe there's something different. Clearly,
Well-
if they have to make an announcement.
Well, here's I guess what I took away from this, Isaiah, is we've had two instances since we've been doing this show to where like we're seeing where the line in the sand of like power's getting
Yep.
drawn. And I think we're just ushering our college sports into this world to where the leagues have the TV deals and the leagues run the discipline. Because per the NCAA rule, Dane, like it was like a little open in there to where they could just sort of like the Brendan Sorensby thing. Like there was a little opening there that the NCAA couldn't do anything. And it was kind of okay, but the leagues were able to put their foot down. And so now you're kind of seeing this again. Hey, they can put their foot down with the gambling discipline. They can put their foot down with NFL and amateurism. So, like, should the Big Ten and the SEC and everybody else, should they have the TV deal? You never know.
Like, what was the Big Ten rule, though? I was just rereading that
So-
as I was up there. It's like they passed a rule saying you can't.
If you're on a roster,
positive
yeah.
that was a rule.
Yeah, so the rule that they just passed is that if you declare for the WNBA draft, the NBA draft, the NFL draft, and you go through it without withdrawing, you are now no longer allowed to play
That
college
was
football.
did that
That's
rule
what
go away at
They
some
never,
point?
no, they never had to police. They never had to write it. You know what I mean? Because that's not on them.
I think and I believe it's always been a rule, but it seemed like because it ended up getting passed through a court ruling. So what happened was there were two players that wanted to go back and play for LSU. One was Xavier Harris, whatever,
Yeah.
and they essentially went to a court and said, "Hey, the new 5-for-5 rule that we have now, where players essentially get 5 years of eligibility, I want to go back and be able to use my 5th year." And I'm currently on the Browns roster, but since I have another year left, I want to go back since they have this new rule.
So it's like a temporary restraining order on the NCAA to put down any punishment.
But
Correct.
exactly. And so
so-
when he wanted to go back, a court approved it. LSU was going to bring this guy back on the team, and then
They were going to bring him back.
they had two players that were if they didn't
Lane
make these
Kiffin, for
rules,
sure.
he had two players coming back. They were both going to play. One of them just got cut from the Browns. He played in the preseason game this past Saturday, and then got cut, released
and was going back
this week.
to
Yes.
Baton Rouge.
Approved.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
There was some back and forth with Tom Monkton said that Lane Kiffin actually called him, and then Lane was like, I didn't call him, because Lane was like, why would you tell on me? You like why would you say that? Because I don't know if there's like tampering or anything, but But yeah, Isaiah, again, man, like we're seeing the leagues, and I just don't feel like the Big Ten has ever had the police. We'll fill in holes to where the NCAA is falling out on, or they don't have rules or policies or procedures to kind of oversee those things. And you look at it and you're like, well, what do we need them for?
I think there's just like passing a rule is one thing, but just I think good old fashioned shame would have just been fine.
Yeah, like what are you doing? It's like
the Big
the
Ten would
Swordsby.
just be like we didn't pass a rule, but like really, guys,
what are we doing here?
That's how you
I
kind of
just let
felt
them
with
play. It's just
Swordsby.
like when the guys like he technically can play, but like what is these guys doing here?
It's
Just
like
go back.
it's like your one buddy,
And like
especially
why is the locker room not just like guys, come on?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
your one buddy that like won't graduate from college. He's
Yeah,
like a
like-
seventh year. He's still hanging out with the freshman girls. It's like what the heck
We're
are you
getting
even doing
a little
here?
too legal with all this, and
Yeah.
just good old fashioned like the
Shame.
locker room culture is just like no man, you got to be done.
Let's
go on.
Let's talk about locker room culture here because there is a guy that's returning to college football that is 47 years old. He's never played before, so the eligibility thing, he's got
good.
4 years left.
He's good. These people are okay. We have these people. These are normal stories. These are normal. This is okay. Like, this is not harmful. He's not getting an NIL deal. We're okay with this.
Yeah, for these guys to come back and play. And so this is
I
is
mean,
Justin
I do
Buzzard.
What a name.
Call it normal.
He hasn't played in 30 years, and now he's playing college football. It is community college football, so we're not talking Division I here. But he did make the squad.
Yeah.
And
What's
so
his angle?
he's a pastor, and the thing that he said is like, if you have a dream, go chase it. It's like
Oh,
what
so
he's kind
there's
of
an angle.
what
Okay.
he's preaching at church. And so he's obviously back on the team, and he made the team, which is unbelievable to me that he's able to make the
He's
team.
the team chaplain, too.
He's
Probably.
doubling up. They let him up. They let him up. And so, in my mind, what is the age where you're not putting the pads back on?
Oh, it's well before that.
It was
for me,
about 32 for me.
Like, if you had to see, there's no chance. Like, I'm imagining this guy waking up tomorrow after a full practice of college football, whether it's community college, whatever. Even if I had to go to high school practice right now, I would wake up the next day in so much pain. Like, how is he enduring a regular life?
There's a sadness in football when you're like, you feel bad for somebody. It's like 2 times for me. The freshman or the rookie that doesn't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, 3 times. And then you're like, man, let me help this guy. And then there's this guy coming back from injury, and you're like, hey, hey, I see you, boy, you get better. And then it's just, oh, he can't run anymore. It's about time to go put
That's
him
the
out
worst.
back. Let's put him down out back.
Ideally, you notice it before anybody else does. You
You
want to
do-
be the one that
you
sees
know.
it.
Well, you want
This
to
is
know
different, but yeah.
before you turn on the film, and you're like,
Yeah, you want to be the first to know. You don't want it to be like behind your back, like, I don't know, man. Kind of got stuck in that break there a little bit. Kind of took a long time to get out.
yep.
Looks like his knees hurt.
Yeah, that's the tough one. Is like because you get to that age, and then it's like, when do you give it up? Do you, like, we're even talking about with LeBron right now? Like, he's still cooking, and everybody knows he's still
Retire
cooking.
a year before you give up, Isaiah. Before it looks too bad.
Because if you hang on too long, then everybody else notices. But do you want to give up on it if you still have a little juice in the tank?
Most guys want to get. I think about 300. Like, the guy's looking over the mountain. He's like, oh, maybe that guy can give me an honorable death. Like, most athletes want to die on our shield. But to be honest, like, if you got a family, like, I gave it up. I was going out. It was my last football game I ever played in. I swear this is what happened. I'm on, like, you're at the 40, Dane, creeping up. You're getting the kickoff. You're about to run on the field. A hot 2 comes around the edge, and like the off returner sees him late, and it's like, boom, and it's like a boom head collision. And I swear this is the moment I retired from football. A double knockout, and I'm like, oh, Devier, what the hell are you doing? I was like, your kids are watching this. Like, if you get knocked out right now, bro, like, are you serious?
That's me under the bridge, man.
It's like,
That's me under the bridge.
do not do it. I'm done with this game. Is stupid. It's like, you want to, you have to recognize it, or you'll be a double knockout guy.
It's a little, it's differs by sport too. I think if you can do it in basketball,
True.
but there is really there's not really an honorable. The very few get the honorable way out in football.
It never goes that way.
It just says you're done. Like, there's a few quarterbacks, like maybe John Elway, and like guys that got like you had the storybook, like you just went out on your own. The rest of us, It was just like you had one of those days where like, I am on kickoff right now. My objective is to get that man down there, run as fast as I can right into him, and then you have one of those, and you're just like, ah. But when you see it, when you see it in film that you dodged one, like you're just like, I didn't want that.
I didn't want it.
I didn't want that. Then you know. But I don't think the pastor's there. I think he's doing a thing. He's like, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing.
Someone who's starting to get a little bit close. Last season we saw a little bit of a fall off. He's still hanging on. He's got a good quarterback. We're talking about Travis Kelce here. Yeah. He's getting kind of towards the end of his career, but him and Justin Fields had a really interesting moment the other day at training camp where we were talking about age gaps. Let's hear what they had to say.
Was a banger. Probably still is a banger. You go to a Blink-182 concert, it's rocking. So what kind of group is Blink-182? What? Back in the day? You were definitely alive, for sure. You can't say back in the day like that.
Blink-182.
Yeah. That was... I am not that shocked that he doesn't know that.
Yeah. You don't think so?
I don't know. When was he born?
Justin Fields...
He's like a 97.
He's 27. He's like a little bit younger than me, but I know who Blink-182 is. It's like a well-known band.
Yeah, in certain circles.
Maybe you're right, Dane.
Like, I would have known it, but I don't... That one doesn't... That's not that great. How old's Travis?
He's 36.
He's my age, yeah.
36 to 20. Yeah, okay, you're getting there.
That's a decade of a difference there.
Did you have any, like, real big age difference teammates?
Yeah, my last year. Yeah, my last couple years, it was...
Were you the old one?
I was the old one. One day you're unk. I was 33. You're 32. I was 32. And I was unk.
And the young kids come in with all this new slang, and you feel like the old guy? Is that what happened?
Yep.
I've had a couple of them. So I went into Chicago into a veteran locker room. So it's like Brian Urlacher was still playing when I was a rookie. Like I've told you guys about this. Like these guys, these were like, I don't know how old they were. I think because he was like had the shaved head, he just looked older.
Oh yeah.
But he was also, however, he was like over 10 years in the league. So he was still like doing his thing. But like, so that was the norm. But even on that team, we had a long snapper. I looked it up beforehand just because I'm like, was he that old or was I just young or whatever? He was born in 1975.
Holy, on your team?
On my team, yeah. He's 14 years older than me. He was our long snapper. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pat Manley, really nice guy. But it was because like he was like the adult in the room. So it was like, I don't know. There's something about specialists too that you can kind of pull it off a little bit more.
You can pull it off, man.
But it is one of those things. We also had my second year, Josh McCown.
Yep.
Came on as a backup quarterback. Mm-hmm. And Josh was like coaching high school football the year before, and he was, I think, 10 years older than me or something. Yeah. So the age gap wasn't as much, but he also had like 1 million kids. I don't know how many kids he has, but he had like, I just remember having the conversation with him that I was closer to his son's age than his age.
Right.
Like his son was like 15 or something, I was 21.
Yeah, yeah.
And Josh was 31 or 32. Like
he still played a while after that.
He played a while after I was done.
And he was like a starter for the Browns probably after that.
It was well after that.
He has like 10 kids too. I know that's how it was with Shane Leckler. He punted in the Raiders versus Buccaneers Super Bowl. And I was just like, that tripped me out. Every time I see him, I was like, he was the Raiders punter. You know what I'm saying? And I was 12 when that happened. And he told me, he said, when I retire, I'll live for 3 years and then my 401k hits. I'm like, oh, shit. It's like, you did it right. It's like, oh.
And you think about too, like with people right now, they talk a lot about how the Browns, they have like a young roster, and they were talking about how Jared Verse coming there was very different from where he was at in LA. Because for the Rams, they've got 1 million vet guys. They're kind of going to Super Bowl window right now. And so like the difference is in those locker rooms when you've got a team of like all young guys and maybe just a couple older guys, and then all older guys with like a couple of younger guys has to be a crazy difference going from team to team.
Yeah, you're not hanging out a bunch after.
Yeah.
There's not a lot if you like I come into dinner with you.
That takes a while to get used to, not having friends. Like in the league, it's crazy. I mean, you have to rebuild these relationships. You know, it's not that you don't have friends. I'm not saying that, like, you know, everybody's not. But then, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you guys doing? Or what are you doing? And you're like, I kind of don't got nothing to do after
No,
this.
you're getting completely different stage of life. You're just like, I don't know.
It's like you
I
got
didn't
a
think I was making the
family.
team last month, so I live in this apartment right over here, Pat.
Honestly, I wasn't trying
I'm
to
still
get in,
here.
I'm still here.
I wasn't trying to get into too much stuff off the field because I didn't know how this was gonna go.
No.
How committed I am to be in here, especially going like from a new city too. You go to a new city, you move into your new apartment, and then you're trying to meet the guys, and you're still kind of on the edge of making the team. And how much do I put into these relationships?
Oh man, yeah, it was. I got picked up by the Broncos the year after they won the Super Bowl, and when I tell you, it was no competition the next year because they were like still partying and still just like in Super Bowl mode, and you kind of catch those type of teams, Isaiah, to where the offseason really isn't about competition; it's just about like staying healthy, and we're like going with the same formula from last year. So you and your mind are playing this competition game, but you're also trying to get to know people, and it just depends. It varies from team to team, kind of depending on where they finished, age of the roster. But like as a guy trying to make the squad, you got to find that healthy medium of I'm here to compete, but also I got to get to know these guys too, man. It's just professional world, man.
And then obviously when you're trying to make the squad, the money very different from when you're an established star. And so the next thing we're going to talk about here, Odell went on Ryan Clark's podcast, and he talked a little bit about, his money situation. And I wanted you guys to hear this.
If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today as we speak, I'm going to be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest,
Save.
flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime.
Yeah.
So did he say he would be fine, or he doesn't have a dollar in his account?
He said he would be fine if he didn't have another dollar in his account going forward. Like if he didn't get any more money than he has right now. But at the end of the clip, he talks about how there's always people outside of the NFL or in our circles that always say, oh, that money would last you forever. How do people run out? How do NFL players run out of all that money? And he's essentially saying that it's not as much as you might think it would be. Obviously, these numbers to me seem unbelievable, but it sounds like a lot. But when you guys were in the league or were around guys that were like really cashing in huge checks on a weekly basis, like what was the difference of mindset for them versus like if you were worried about making the team?
Yeah, man. There's some dudes that's they're like really living a good life in the NFL. It's kind of I had a locker next to a tight end at the time. He was like our highest paid one. Let me see a game check, bro. Just it's just like, can I see your game?
Real?
Is that real?
Did they just is it just dropped off in the locker?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
even if it was direct deposited, you still got
You still get a check, yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
like somebody had one just like whoa.
Whoa, yeah. And I was like, let me see. And it was like, I forget, it was $237,000. And I was like, you get this every Sunday? He's like, yeah, bro.
You get this every week.
Every Sunday, this is hitting your account. Now, it's only for like 16 weeks. Now, NFL's not like NBA. They don't pay on a 52-week schedule. It's for 16 weeks, and it's jammed in there. And you're just like, bro, like that's – I mean, and he didn't make what Odell made. Like I always like to see what people make. When you do this, you say, oh, let me see your see what the Joe Burrow or whatever, 120. And you break it down, 12% tax, and he throw it in 18 games, and you're like, dude's making like 1.2 a game, like per check. It's like, how do you mess that up? Like, I don't get it. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is hard to believe. OBJ, $99.1 million in NFL career earnings. The league minimum right now, $515K. The median salary, so kind of like the average, $1.7 mil for most players in the league.
That's league minimum now?
The league minimum is $515K. the league average right now. Most
Vet
players 1.7.
Or is that rookie minimum?
So rookie minimum is $515, vet minimum $615.
$500,000 for free agents is crazy now. Wait,
I mean,
what?
It actually does. It never. I don't know. I don't really jump on the wagon. Maybe because I've been there in those locker rooms. Now, I don't know Odell money, but it doesn't really matter what the number is because at a certain point it's silly anyway.
Yeah.
Certain point, like even $200,000 a week. This is not real, right? This isn't real life. This is not how everything else works.
Yeah.
So I don't get that. Like, I can absolutely see how it happens. Like, that would not like be, well, he should have done this, should have invested it. It's like, that's not our expertise. It's not money. And no matter what investors you have, you didn't have to go through like the general steps of becoming an adult are like very first, like knowing your job pays this, then you owe this, do this, and you take natural steps up to then you understand how to read this musical piece. Like, money's not inherent. Like, you don't just get it. Mm-hmm. So it's like to expect like you've just been dumping sheet music on these NFL players for doing something completely different than music, and then you're just like, well, you need to be able to play this now, right? You know how this works? Like, no, I don't.
I don't know how this works.
I don't. You didn't tell me.
To be a
this
professional in another
I'm doing
field.
this thing has nothing to do with finance. Like
Right,
what I'm
right,
doing here
right.
you're paying me an inordinate sum, but it has nothing to do. I don't even know what that means. And that's how I felt. Like, I don't even know what that means. I know that this is a lot going in. I know I don't have to generally stress that much, but never had to actually learn it. So either like you learn to play, like in this analogy, you learn to play that piano, or you don't, and it runs out before you ever learned, and then deal with the outside pressure. So I don't ever really get on these guys. Like, it is a, now people will be like, oh, that's a good problem to have. Absolutely, we get it, and nobody's ever going to cry for NFL guys. I'm just saying I'm not shocked, and I also don't like dunk on guys that like lose all their money because I'm like, dude, what are you going to do? You didn't know. Like, and I that's just my perspective of it. It seems the high numbers don't mystify me because I can see how it would absolutely happen.
And it's interesting now, especially with the NIL stuff in college, because most guys went from like, you literally were making, if you had a job in high school, then however much you made there was the only kind of experience you'd had of making an income. Because in college, you guys weren't getting NIL money at that time. And so your first paychecks could have been your first NFL paycheck. Where like for a normal person like me, I like made a little bit more every year. And so if I messed up, it was like in 2019, if I messed up something, it was, I messed up making $1,000 on this paycheck. And then next year I made $1,500. And then it kind of went up like that, where these guys went from zero to here's a paycheck and it's $100,000.
That and like the paycheck part of your like normal out of college job is a key component.
Yeah.
Like how much you're making is like, this is why I'm doing this job. It's not because I like really love emails. This is the thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's not the case with football.
Yeah, no.
It's like that is a side thing, but what my check is not really what I'm paying attention to. That's not what I'm doing this job for. Yeah. So it's like once you skip that, and then you skip it way into the deep end of like, oh wait, you have like this many millions, and I already spent this, and this. Oh, like, oh, okay, I never did that part. I've never learned that. You're in a different stratosphere.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's not that what you just described. Coming from it from that perspective, it can be steps. Like, man, if I had this much right now, I know exactly what I'd do with it. I'd invest this. I'd put this away. I'd pay off this.
With this brain right now.
Oh, with your brain right now.
now.
But just like, that's not the situation that most of these human NFL players find themselves in.
Yeah. And then I think, like, you ask yourself, too, Isaiah, for a guy like Odell, right? Like, financially, he's still Odell Beckham, right?
Yep.
Like, he's sort of like Mike Tyson. He's like, is he ever really broke? You know, you're not saying that he is. But also, I guess just this mindset that he kept every penny is kind of crazy, too.
No, it's everybody else, though, too. Like, Odell reached the island of, like, I have a brand that will always have value.
Always, yeah.
Not that doesn't have to do with what my salary said. Mm-hmm. So like, but almost nobody reaches that.
No,
almost nobody
It's like
gets
0.001%.
all the way there, so you have to figure out the money part because you don't have a brand that can cash
Well, give them the island analogy right here. This is perfect. Like how everybody's swimming and we got to turn back.
I just I've thought since there's a point that in the NFL that if you are either going to make it to never work again money, or things are getting progressively harder for you to get back to normalcy.
Sure.
And so it's if you start swimming that direction, you better make it, because the longer you stay, and if you don't make it, you got to swim all the way back. And I just I've been done playing for over 10 years now, and I have so many friends that are done playing, and it's just this recurring thing of I know when my buddies are
they're still
I know
swimming.
where you're at. You're still heading back. We'll see you when you get here, buddy. They're not really processing
they haven't
world
got back to shore
oh,
yet.
you haven't got back to shore. Well, I'm trying this thing and that thing. That's cool, man. Just waiting for them to get just the job that they kind of don't like, getting kids, and then they start talking to me about things that are just their finances. And I'm all right, welcome back, man. Welcome to shore. That was something, wasn't it?
That was something.
Some swim. You got way out there.
Oh, you almost had a house on that island
I
for a
know,
little
man.
bit.
Yeah, you had to get all the way back here. But it's funny, but in some ways not, because sometimes they don't make it back. In this metaphor, you're just
Yes.
oh, wow,
No,
this
that's
guy's kind of lost, man, and it's kind of you can't help them, but I empathize more than the general public would see them as this superhero player, and then oh, whatever happened to him, and there's almost some kind of joy out of oh, what a bust, or what was he?
Oh, he drowned on his way
Dude,
back.
Yeah, you're you're a year or two away, or one story away from needs a job, doesn't have the money, from now you're a story.
Right,
Now you messed it up.
Right.
Oh man.
And then you look at Odell. He's on that island looking back at shore, and that's why it sounds so what he's saying sounds crazy.
He already made it.
You know what I mean? He's looking back, hey guys, what's life like over there? We can't fathom his how he's processing
over there.
this. Yeah,
With
life.
a telescope.
Yeah, he's on the island chilling.
And that's the hard part too, is because then you have the guys that you make it, and then you just imagine it'll never end. And it's okay, I made it to the NFL. I got my first paycheck.
Yeah, that's not making it.
Yeah.
That's just getting off the beach.
Yeah, because they might think maybe these paychecks, these are going to keep on coming because I'm going to keep on playing really good.
The island seems closer. Objects means closer than they appear.
It makes sense to us. This might be some way over everybody's head. This island, what are they talking about? But
no, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And one of the things too, especially with money management, people talk about is your parents, at least for me, instill a lot of that into you, and sometimes can set you up well, sometimes won't set you up as well with some of the financial stuff. So let's talk a little bit of parenting advice. And our guy, Patrick Mahomes, his family, it kind of got not quite put on blast, but some people were commenting on how they laid out the candy in their house. So I want to hear how you guys are.
That's his house?
This is in Mahomes' house, and this is the candy available for the babies.
Just how I imagined it. This is how I pictured Patrick Mahomes ate candy at his house.
Is he a notorious candy guy?
I don't know.
Some people have that. Is they're oh, that's a sweet tooth guy. I would imagine. I don't know.
In the drawers, being able to have the access to the drawers, the baby immediately opens the drawer.
Here's the thing. All of our us as parents are so quick to judge, oh, my kids they're straight vegan, or that's too much sugar for my kid. Bro, listen, man, you were going to school on Pop-Tarts and honey buns, right? It's just, we have this vision of this perfect parenting. I think for me sometimes ain't nothing wrong with a piece of candy every now and then, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's hey, what I have to deal with the results, absolutely. But at the end of the day, I'm a parent that's you can have a pop at a barbecue. You can have some sugar when we're out having some fun. I'm not policing that. I'm okay with having a candy. I don't know if I have a movie set up like that. I don't even have this space that he has for this candy. I don't have storage space like this for clothes.
It looked good to me. I couldn't have that in my house. That I don't keep candy because I'm Sour Patch Kids, Mike and Ike's, all those colors that were just right there. I'm that's great. I don't even see it as a parenting thing. So most of my experience is how am I going to limit the negotiations that are going to happen here. And so it's not like, I don't look at that like, man, those kids shouldn't have that candy. I'm just like, man, you're going to have to just like have so many conversations about this candy that I wouldn't even do it. Because it's just like how many times am I going to have to say no to you? Like, oh, no. Okay, well, how about we do something else? Wait, what's over here? Will you somebody cover up that candy?
Yes.
Like, I want to limit, and my son's getting older and like sharper, and I want to limit the amount of times I have to mentally engage with him in like this negotiation warfare because he's getting good at it.
Yeah.
Which is like, I guess, what I deserve. I've been doing it to people.
Yep.
I just annoy my family by constantly debating, and he's got the gene. So it's just like, yeah, if I do that, I'm going to constantly have to be like, no, we can't have that. No, well, let's do this over here. Distract over
The
here.
diversion. You can't have a diversion when it's all laid out like that.
So I would say like if I saw that, or if we were over at Pat's house, I'm going in there like. Actually, if we were at Pat's house that one time, I would just let him. I was like, you
go crazy.
Unlimited.
You're at Pat's
Unlimited.
mom's house.
all
Have
that.
fun.
We're at Pat's house. Don't expect that at home, but you can do it at Pat's house. But in my own house, I can't even trust myself with that. It's not that he can't have candy. It's just like, I don't want to talk about this. Can we talk
Every
about something?
day.
Every day. Our life is just about candy if that's in my house.
That's like that, just that angst they have the day after Halloween. They're just like downstairs eating candy for breakfast, and you're like, all right, whatever, dude, just go ahead. Like, it's all good. Then the Halloween candy just slowly disappears. Every day is just like smaller and smaller. I throw it away.
You throw away their Halloween candy?
Oh yeah.
What about pop? Where do you guys just let pop go? Do you guys have pop in the house? My family wasn't a pop family. We never had pop. My mom had diet pop, which she knew we didn't like as kids.
Yeah. Is it soda or pop? You a Midwest guy?
Pop.
It's pop.
I say soda now. I don't know why.
Did you flip on us?
I think
He
I flipped.
flipped.
I didn't
flipped.
go anywhere. I still lived here.
'Cause
Just
it's
pop
definitely
sounds like
pop.
silly to me, kind of.
Your soda?
Soda pop.
Soda? Or I just specifically say what it is I want.
That's better.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in really a pop home.
Yeah.
Are you a
We
pop
have
home now?
some now. My kids aren't really old enough. My son's 3.
Yeah.
So it's not, we're not having those.
He's not chugging pop yet.
Yeah, I grew up in a pop.
No, it is weird. I mean, that's a funny, you ever like,
Pops and chips.
some of you had this experience with any guys we played with. There's a thing where it's like, there's so much shame associated with anything that's not water for athletes that like people are like scared to admit. I run into it like I catch guys drinking diet soda, or like I had like it took like I was on the phone with one of our former teammates, and it was just like I was asking about his day, and it was like he was drawing something on, and like the big thing he like buried the lead was just like he's like, oh man, it was a tough day. Like he was telling me about his tough day. I was like, yeah, go. And he's like, I went to the gas station. I had a Diet Coke, man. It was so good. And I'm like,
It is.
but it is like a feeling like, oh, you gotta admit that. You've got to
Really?
like get
For pop? No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love pop in our house. I've never not drinking pop.
You've had pop? When you were playing, you drank pop?
So I think like pop to me it's like a beverage. It's more you have it with the meal, but you don't drink it because you're thirsty, if that makes sense. Like I don't think of pop when I was like, hey, I want to quench my thirst. It's like, nah, if I'm having like a steak, I kind of want a Coke or a Pepsi, or if you know what
that's
I mean?
a more
Like,
healthy relationship. But there was there was a campaign against these in general, but like in the athlete circle.
for sure. No, I know that
Dude,
person
like
you're saying.
any
like,
of our
yeah,
strength coaches or whatever, you could not admit to them that
Yes,
you had anything
100%.
but like, no,
'Cause
it's
I'm
just
like-
water, sir.
I love a grape Fago, bro. Like a red Fago.
It's the first one that came to mind, but red Faygo is fire.
Oh my god, bro! Like, you saying no to that? Like, you can't. Or like, these cream sodas, these cane colas they have at all these restaurants, these trendy restaurants. It's like, man, I can't say no to pop.
See, now I've started drinking pop more. When I was in college and I played lacrosse, it was definitely the stigma where if like you were at lunch and you were drinking a pop,
No athletes had pop.
coach would be like, or my other players would be like, "Are you drinking pop right now?"
You having a pop? That's crazy,
Never.
man.
In college, you would have it in your fridge.
No, on Friday, Solly would make a Sprite and like lemonade orange juice mix for training table. We would always have like Sprite mix with
Sounds
stuff.
lovely.
Yeah, it was really good. It's super refreshing, actually.
No, I didn't get that.
So
memo.
your kids are just gonna be chugging pop, is what I mean.
No, my kids are. Listen, I'm not a dad that's gonna make my kids do. Now, I don't want them to like grow up the way I grew up or by any means, but like I eat candy. I have a good pop every now and then, but we eat really healthy. We exercise and we have a pretty healthy relationship with sugar, I think. But we're not condemning ourselves over a good pop. Like.
What about Mountain Dew? Is that different?
Now, if you drink Code Red Mountain Dew in 2026, you are a liability.
All right, I was just making sure we're drawing a distinction.
Business
there, because,
operations.
There's levels to it. There are levels.
Let's not put them all in the same box.
Yes.
Mountain Dew
Something
drinkers
about
are
Mountain Dew hits different.
Mountain Dew drinkers are a different breed. Yes, yeah. I
Like a case of that coming home, I'd say.
Mountain Dew's different.
It is a little different.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that drinks Code Red?
No.
There's some people around Central Ohio that drink Mountain Dew Code Red.
We do. It's actually dumb for us to even say it because Central Ohio sells a lot
of Code
Red. Yeah. And I know what kind of guys drink Code Red around your place.
There's not. Mountain Dew's fine.
It's a different breed.
It's just different.
Well, thankfully, we had nothing we had to fix from this week. None of the YouTube comments bashed us too much from last week on anything that we got wrong. So that makes for a clean wrap on a show. Probably try again next week if we have anything that goes wrong.
We will. And next week will officially be in fall. So it'll be our first episode that we'll consider that one in season. What will we have? We'll have Ohio State will be back. College football will be up and running. Regular season NFL going yet?
Not yet.
By next week?
Week after.
Week after.
The week after, yeah.
Week after.
Anyway, it'll be a good show. Hope you join us. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, look.
That's just from